babies, it's your new Carnival bestie Bubbles, and as you can see by the title, I am coming to you guys with my ultimate Trinidad Carnival guide. And this is something that I do after I go to a carnival. So of course, you know, as you guys may or may not know, I went to Trinidad Carnival last month and I definitely had a time. So being that I got some tips and tricks for you guys that I'm going to share with you guys for your future Trinidad Carnival plans. So with no further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first thing you're going to want to know when you're traveling to Trinidad for Carnival is where does Trinidad Carnival take place. So Trinidad Carnival takes place in Port of Spain, Trinidad. So just a rule of thumb, when you're looking and you're booking, you're definitely going to want to fly into, well, you're going to fly into Port of Spain. The airport code is going to be POS. And usually when I do these videos, I have like recommendations as far as like hotels, B&Bs, etc. Trinidad Carnival is like it's an extreme sport. It's one of those carnivals where it's really hard to get into certain places. It's really hard to like book accommodations. So as long as you're staying like within the Port of Spain area, you'll definitely be okay. This is not one of those carnivals where I recommend staying further because of the way the fetes are so jam-packed, and it's literally fete after fete after fete, multiple fetes going on at the same time. Like there's so much going on during Trinidad Carnival that staying local would save you a lot of time, a lot of money. It'll sit there and you'll be able to get some rest. Like it'll just be a lifesaver as far as, you know, carnival wise. When we sat there and when we went, we stayed in Chaguanas. And, you know, we definitely, it was great. We were staying with family, so it was a great time. It was nice. We got the real Trinidad experience. However, it was far. So, being that we were staying far, we kind of, like, sacrificed some sleep. You know, we slept, of course, in the cab, but, like, it was legit, like, like, we went right down till we lie down. We sat there, we got in, we showered, we went to our next fet. I remember one day, we went and got I think it was the Thursday or the Wednesday. It was AM Beach. We sat there, we went to the band house. We had trouble with our costumes, so we was at the band house for like 3 hours, and we had like a little small window between getting our costume, going back to shower to head to the next fet. So it's like the time that and then AM Beach is in Maracas Bay, so it was just so far. By the time we came back, the band house was opening. We went there, had a whole, you know, situation with that. And then the next fet was like by the band house, so we ended up just going straight from the band house, let the driver go back with our costumes, and we went to the next fet. So, you know, that's why I recommend like just staying local. It'll just save you, you know, situations like that. When does Trinidad Carnival take place? Trinidad Carnival is going to be the Monday and the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. So just a rule of thumb, when you are traveling or looking to sit there and to go to Trinidad for a carnival, just always keep in mind that whenever Ash Wednesday is, the Monday and the Tuesday before is going to be when carnival takes place. And I'll put, you know, the dates for the next 3 carnivals right here for you guys, so you guys have just like, you know, the dates right here as well. As far as accommodations, like I mentioned before, accommodations is a very tricky thing when in Trinidad and Tobago. Like if you sit there and if you even try to book a hotel now, it'll sit there and it'll tell you that they're sold out. But they do have like, you know, Carnival concierge that you can go through and book packages with. But just letting you guys know, it's gonna be a pretty little penny. Trinidad Carnival is a pretty little penny regardless. Like I think when we went this year, we paid about $5,000, but that's not including accommodations, because like I said, we stayed with family, so accommodations was free for us, and that's not including cabs either, because I don't think we have a exact count of how much we paid in cabs. So just know, if you're going to travel in Trinidad Carnival, you're going to pay upwards of $5,000 to go to Carnival. Like that I feel like that's the minimum amount of money that you'll pay if you're going to Trinidad to, you know, for Carnival. What days should you go? that is entirely up to you. But a good time to go, in my opinion, would be the Saturday to the Monday before Carnival. For me, I like to sit there and I know what fetes I want to go to prior to going to the Carnival of my choice for the year. So that's how I gauge it. But like I said, there's just so many fetes, so many options that, you know, it doesn't matter. And I feel like it doesn't really matter when you go for Carnival, because like I said, you'll definitely have a time. But I think that depends on you, and if you're like a new Carnival goer, if you're like a Carnival veteran, like it depends on you. But anytime, like, you're definitely gonna want to be there. I want to say Carnival Thursday should be like the latest you try to come in for Carnival, you know, to get like a good full experience. Like I said, there's always so many fetes and etc. So you'll definitely have a time. No need to worry about that. And as being that we're on the topic of fetes right now, what fetes should you go to? Now, there are so many fetes during the Carnival season that it's kind of hard to even gauge, like, you know, where to go. Like, I feel like just pick what fetes you want to go to this year, and if, you know, you like it, you know that's a fete. If you go again, you know to go to that one. If you don't like it, you know to go to a next one. From the fetes that I went to, I would definitely recommend Wednesday Night Mass. I would definitely recommend AM Beach. I would give it another try. It was a time. The only thing I didn't like about AM Beach is that it was so hot. Like, it was extremely hot. But we did get there late. So maybe if we got there a little bit earlier, then we could have enjoyed ourselves, and then, you know, maybe left when it got a little bit more too hot. But yeah, AM Beach was definitely a vibe. I'm trying to go like in order of the days, but we went to so many fetes. I'm gonna bring up my fete list itinerary from this year. So yeah, definitely would recommend Wednesday Night Mass, Travis World. Y'all know I love me a midnight mass. Beach House. Don't sleep on Beach House. Beach House was definitely a vibe. The ambiance, everything was just top tier. Silent Morning. Y'all know I'm a Silent Morning girl. Definitely Silent Morning. And Beach was definitely a vibe. You can never go wrong with Ahsoka Brainwash. Sunny Side Up was a nice one. I like the aspect of after the fete was over, we sat there and we followed the truck around the neighborhood. Love that. Brunch and Soca. Y'all know I'm a Brunch and Soca girly as well. And yeah, so basically I feel like my whole fete itinerary was good this year. But like I said, definitely I'm the type of person that when I go back to Trinidad Carnival, because you know your girl will be back. When? We don't know, but she'll be back. For the next time I go back to Trinidad Carnival, I definitely would want to go to other fetes, but that's going to be a video for a next time. As far as like, I'll do a separate video as far as my fete list, but that'll come like later on in the year as fetes start to drop. So I wouldn't recommend like waiting or just basing when you want to go off of that, or waiting for that video to base when you want to go, because you definitely want to sit there and start looking. Like, if you didn't start looking for Trinidad Carnival 2026 as of yet, then you kind of late to the game. Like, I'm pretty sure people already booked their flight for next year already. I'm pretty sure people already have. I know for a fact people already have their accommodations probably booked as well. I don't know if I mentioned already about, as far as accommodations, they do have like Carnival Concierge as far as Carnival Hunters, and they sit there and they have like a Carnival package. So like if you try to book a hotel right now, they'll tell you they're sold out, because they do have Carnival Concierge that sit there and that craft packages for you guys, where it's like transportation from to and from the airport, it's costume pickup, it's just like a whole bunch of things. Like I said, I'll link Carnival Hunters down below. They're they go to multiple carnivals as well. So if you're someone who's like not a type A girly like me, who's not like a planner, they take the guesswork out of that as well. Like I said, I'll link that below. They also have Epic Carnival, which is going to be a carnival a cruise that travels to Trinidad for Carnival. They have fetes on board. They give you tickets to certain fetes as well. And of course, you know, with the booking with them, you have the accommodations and everything included as well. So those are just two options if you're somebody who's like want a low maintenance approach and don't want to think too much as far as it comes to Trinidad Carnival, because Trinidad Carnival is one of those carnivals that you have to really like plan very strategically to go. So those are two options for you guys, and like I said, I'll link them down below as well. Next, we'll go into what band should I play with. There are, like I said, there's multiple bands in Trinidad. There's bands such as Yuma, there's Tribe, there's Lost Tribe, there's Spirit Mass, there's Bliss, there's Paparazzi, just to name a few. When I went this year, I played with Yuma. Would I play with them again? I definitely would play with them again. Like, I loved the aspect of the rest stop. I love the aspect of there were certain times that they wouldn't like you wouldn't be able to get liquor, so like they helped you kind of pace, because I feel like when you're on the road, when it's during carnival time, sometimes you're just lost in the moment, and you just want to drink rum, but like definitely, like I said and I mentioned in my carnival tips, you're definitely going to want to pace yourself. You're definitely going to want to be hydrating. Like, the sun is hot, like you don't want to be pass out on the side of the road. You don't want to be so drunk that you're sitting there and that you're like, you need medics or whatever. Like, you want to be able to enjoy your time. So I'm definitely like a stickler for like sticking to drinking the same thing. I'm definitely a stickler to sitting there and hydrating yourself while on the road. And I love the aspect of the rest stop where it's like, we got like an hour or an hour to 2 hours to sit there and to just rest, relax. You sit there, because like I said, the sun gets hot. There was like places to sit there and to take a nap. I know on Carnival Tuesday, I actually sit there and I actually took like a little nap during the rest stop area. The food, had no problem with getting my food. Yeah, so I love the aspect of like the rest stop. Like, it was really beautiful. Like, if you watch my Trinidad Carnival Road with Yuma video, you'll sit there and you'll see the rest stop. I'll try to see if I could find a clip of the rest stop, and I'll just put it here for you guys as well. But yeah, it was just really beautiful, really nice. I love that aspect. Like, I feel like I haven't been to any carnival that had a rest stop before, so that was like definitely like a amazing touch for me. I loved it. Would definitely go again. Definitely love that aspect of Trinidad Carnival. Like, they do their big one when it comes to that. So, Monday wear. Let's get into Monday wear. Now, Monday wear is becoming a big thing when it comes to Trinidad Carnival. I feel like there was probably more Monday wear designers than actual costume designers this year. I might be just sitting there and dragging it with that. But there were just like so many options to go, like to choose from. They have Monday wear designers such as like Ming Ling, that's who we went with this year. They have Fawn Rose, they have Alejandro, they have Kaiso. Like, there's just so many Monday wear designers. And like I sat there and I said, if you guys have been to my blog page, All Things Bubbles Baby, you'll sit there and you'll know that I will be linking, I'll be making a blog post to follow this video, and I'll link the Monday wear designers on the page as well, because yeah, it's really hard to find, like, not hard to find Monday wear, but there's just so many options. And I feel like if you're like new to Carnival, it'll be kind of hard to navigate that. So that's why I made the blog page, so I can help you guys out with that a little bit, because I know it was kind of hard finding a costume this year. So yeah, just to name a few. But like, that's becoming a big thing in Trinidad for Carnival. So you can wear whatever you want, but I don't know, I just the aspect of having a nice Monday wear, it just sits there and it's just like makes the experience even more worthwhile, even more amazing, even more nice. How long is the road? So the road is on Monday. The road is about, I want to say about 10 hours, 10 to 12 hours. The road is going to start a little bit later on Monday because of Juve. So the road is going to start at like 10, between like 10 a.m., 12 noon. And it'll go up until like 8 p.m. On Carnival Tuesday. However, the road can start as early as 7 a.m. Each band is different, but the earliest that the road will start is going to be 7 a.m. So for you girlies who are doing your makeup and getting your makeup done, just definitely know you want your appointments to be before 10 a.m. on Carnival Monday, before 7 a.m. on Carnival Tuesday. I know some people even get their makeup done as early as probably like the night before, or as early as probably like 3 a.m. go home and they sleep like this. So just a little tip for you guys, because I know my friends got their makeup done this year. I did my makeup myself this year, and yeah, so because you know your girl likes some sleep, and I know all them fet after fet, I needed to recharge myself before the road. But yeah, definitely like a rule of thumb, the road is gonna be 12 plus hours as well on Carnival Tuesday. So you know, as make sure you're definitely wearing some comfortable shoes on the Tuesday in particular, because you're gonna be on the road from 7 a.m. sometimes up until like 8 p.m. I feel like the road, 8 p.m. I feel like the road finished about 8 p.m. this year, and it was on the road probably, so just to gauge that. As far as transportation in Trinidad, they have TT rideshare. That was definitely like a lifesaver when it came to like doing small little things. We didn't use them when we were going to Fetes and etc. So I can't really speak on how it would be after a Fet. But it definitely did work out a little bit cheaper than using, you know, your maxi car driver, because of course they're going to give you a flat rate, and that's going to be how much you pay no matter what you're doing, how far you're going. With TT rideshare, they don't do maxi, so it'll be like up to like 4 people, because it'll be a car, so it'll be up to 4 people that could fit in a maxi. So if you're in a smaller group, I would recommend utilizing TT rideshare. They take card, they take cash. It definitely was a lifesaver when we went to go get our costume. We went to go do little errands like picking up our little thigh bags, our little stockings, our Caesar's Army packages. So that definitely was something that we utilized, and that I would recommend definitely downloading. But with that, it definitely you would definitely need service. So that's just a little rule of thumb as well. And I think that's all of the information that I have for you guys as far as this video. If I missed anything, if you have any other comments, questions, concerns, you guys can comment down below, or you guys can DM me on Instagram, and I'll be glad to answer those questions for you to the best of my ability and to the best of my knowledge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and the blog post. I might wait to see if you guys have any additional questions to sit there and to put out the blog post, or maybe I'll just put out the blog post, and then if you guys do ask any questions, I'll sit there and I'll answer them below, and then I'll also add them to the blog post as well, so you can look out for the blog post by Monday at noon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.